Hey everyone, and welcome back to Doki Doki Literature Club. I'm Pen, and I'll be your host on this adventure. Now, there was nothing interesting to look at in the boot up screen, the computer, the fake computer, so we're gonna get straight into the story today. And Natsuki's coming over to make cupcakes. Yay! I love baking. I don't like, child-sized people very much. If you get my drift, like if they look like they're way younger than me, not that interested. Not at all interested. No. It's already Sunday, and I've been getting increasingly anxious about Natsuki's upcoming visit. Me too, I'm worried I'm gonna have to read something that I don't approve of. I keep telling myself there's no reason to be nervous, but it doesn't help much. I wonder if she'll act any different when it's just the two of us. Probably, and that's gonna upset me. Meanwhile, she's been texting me a lot. We sent each other one after exchanging numbers to double check, but it turned into a conversation. She's almost a different personality on the phone, using tons of emojis and cute language. She can be more yourself online. People aren't as easy to judge because you could just not respond when they're mean. She also really likes complaining about things, but I kind of saw that one coming. But putting Natsuki aside, I haven't heard a thing from Sayori since she left the club early the other day. It's not like we text each other all the time or anything, but I've been worried about her in the back of my mind. You should have gone and visited. She's your neighbor. Between what Sayori said and what Monica said, is it really okay for me to put Sayori's feelings aside when she might need me? No. I decide to visit Sayori before Natsuki comes over. Rather than asking, I simply tell her I'm coming over, much like we've done in the past. Once I reach Sayori's home, I knock on the door before entering it myself. Again, we used to play so often that we've made it a habit of simply entering each other's houses like we're family. The house is quiet. Sayori isn't anywhere on the first floor, so I assume she's up in her room. It's already strange of her not to run down to greet me. I head up to her room when I finally find her. Sayori? Hi, Pen. Oh my god, at least she's here and hasn't disappeared. I was worried she'd run away from home or was in a psych ward or worse. I sit down in her room. Sayori forces a smile, but it's easy to tell that she's different. There's a minute of silence between us. You haven't come over like this in a long time, have you? I guess you're right. It has been a long time. Not much has really changed, has it? Sayori's room is as messy as it has always been. This is not messy. If this is messy, then my room is a trash heap. Because I got some clothes on the floor. I don't put any of my clothes in a drawer. They're just all piled in a box. That's my clothes box. A drink bottle on the floor. My guitar is just resting up against the wall instead of being on a stand. It is in its bag thingy, but you know what I mean. I got glass bottles that are empty on my bookshelf. My room is so much messier than hers. And I can see my floor, and the floor is clean because I cleaned it recently. Because my cats like to spread litter through our house, so you gotta clean the floor fairly often. Otherwise, you get ouchies and you clean wet toes. I also recognize the same stuffed animals and wall decorations that she's had for years now. If you came over more often, it wouldn't be such a mess. That's because I end up cleaning it for you. How come you suddenly wanted to come over today? Aren't you supposed to see Natsuki today? Yeah, but... Wait, how did you know that? Sayori had already left by the time we decided that last meeting. Monica told me. It's only natural for her to keep me informed about the festival preparations, right? Ah, that's true. But what about you? Aren't you going to be helping Monica today? Of course. But I'm just helping her online. We didn't plan to meet up or anything. Ah, so it's just me and Natsuki then? Yep. Small silence between us. It's a bit hard to digitally help someone baking. Unfortunately. Sayori stares in a random direction. Everything about her behavior is really uncharacteristic. I finally get to the point. I just wanted to see how you were doing. After you left on Friday, when something's wrong, you can't hide it from me. I know you too well. So? Sayori smiles, shaking her head. That's no good, Pen. Huh? Why can't it just be like it's always been? This is all my fault. If I didn't get so weak and accidentally express my feelings, if I didn't make that stupid mistake, then you wouldn't have been worried about me at all. You wouldn't have come here. You wouldn't have even been thinking of me right now. But this is just my punishment, isn't it? I'm getting punished for being so selfish. I think that's why the world decided to have you come over today. It just wants to torture me. Oh no. She sees herself as a burden to her friends, even more than I thought. Oh, this is heading into, like, worrying territory. You know, if we had a good medical system, this would be when I'd be calling for some help. This is not great. Sayori. I grabbed Sayori by the shoulders. What on earth are you saying? Are you listening to yourself right now? I know something's happened to you. There's no other explanation for you to be like this. So tell me already. Until I know, I won't be able to stop thinking about it. Sayori gives me an empty smile. Really put me in a trap, Pen. But you're wrong. Nothing happened to me. I've always been like this. You're just seeing it for the first time. Seeing what? What are you talking about, Sayori? You're really just gonna make me say it, aren't you, Pen? I guess I have no choice this time. The thing is, I've had really bad depression my whole life. Yeah, I could tell. Did you know that? Why do you think I'm late to school every day? I had no doubts in my mind that that's what was happening here. Because most days I can't even find a reason to get out of bed. What reason is there to do anything when I fully know how worthless I am? Oh, why go to school? Why eat? Why make friends? Why make other people put their energy and caring into waste by having them spend it on me? That's what it feels like. And that's why I just want to make everyone happy. Without anyone worrying about me. I'm in shock. You shouldn't be. I can't even figure out how to respond. Telling them they're not worthless is going to make them worse. Because then they're going to think that you're worrying them. I think the only course of action I can think of here is like talking about it. Like, tell me why you feel this way. Because sometimes if you can debunk some of those like deeper thoughts, instead of going straight for the surface one of, oh, you're not worthless, then they're just going to see that as confirmation bias that they are actually worthless. You have to pick at the core beliefs if you want to fix a belief like this, and it is so hard to do that without therapy, or like the willingness to get better. Because like I did therapy and that didn't help because I didn't want to get better. I didn't realize I didn't want to get better, but once I started going and trying to figure out how to get better, the effort itself proved to me that like I'm not as useless as I thought, and I can implement these things better than the things that the therapist was suggesting because I knew what worked and what didn't, and I was able to actually do those things. But without either the will to change and learn how to do it on your own, or therapy, like proper therapy or proper change. I'm not talking about like going to the gym and bottling it up. Don't do that. There's no way to get past this. And your friends, like, all they can do is like guide the underlying thoughts, distract. This would be the moment where I would invite Sayori to come and bake with us. You know, distraction. And then she'd be having a sleepover. She would not be going home unless her parents said so, in which case I would be having a conversation with her parents about what she'd said. But she would not be left alone to do something. We'd be hanging out nonstop. And not in a way of like, hey, I'm trying to take care of you. It's like, no, we need some extra hands with baking. And then, no, I need to practice my poem. See, I haven't done a lot of like public speaking. And like, you're really good at not bullying me with practice, unlike Natsuki, so I'd like to practice with you. You know, you line it up so that they're helping you as far as they know. But you're keeping an eye on them and also showing them how much you care, you know? You gotta be so careful with stuff like this, because this is one wrong sentence from life-altering decisions being made, you know? If she had long hair, at this point, she would have short hair anyway. That's the point she's at. I've been here. I know how hard it is. Sorry for the rant for that, but oh my god. How is it possible that Sayori kept this from me the entire time that I've known her? Very easily. Did she really want so badly for me to just not think about her? No, she doesn't. She thinks she's a burden. Why, Sayori? Why is it that you've never told me about this? It almost feels like I've been betrayed as your close friend. What the fuck? What are you doing? This is awful. Because if I knew, I would have done everything I could to support you. No, you said every word wrong so far. If there's only so much that I could do, I would have tried a little bit harder to make every day a little better for you. That's why I'm your friend. All you had to do was tell me. You don't understand at all, Pen. No, I do. This character doesn't. Why do you think I didn't tell you? Because if I told you, then you would have to waste effort caring about me instead of doing important things. I don't want to be cared about. It's bittersweet when people try to care about me. It feels nice sometimes, but it also feels like a bat being swung against my head. That is very relatable. That's why I wanted so badly for you to make friends with everyone else. Helping everyone be happy together is the best thing for me. But then I discovered something else too. Seeing you make friends and get closer with everyone in the club, it feels like a spear going through my heart. So that's why I decided the world just wants to torture me. Every path leads to nothing but hurt. You're right that I don't understand. I don't understand your feelings at all, Sayori. But I don't need to understand. Whatever it takes for me to help you stop hurting, that's what I'll do. No, Pen. There's nothing. Nothing at all. The only thing that could have helped is if everything could be like it always was. But I was selfish. Finally showed you what a horrible person I am. Tears streak down Sayori's face. I made you join the literature club because it was selfish, and I was punished by my heart hurting in ways that I couldn't understand. And now you came here, and I made you hurt too. I'm just weak and selfish. That's all I am. And that's why I'm going to accept these punishments, because I deserve every last one. Without thinking, I once again grabbed Sayori's shoulders. This time I pulled her into a tight embrace. That's gonna make it worse. Pen? Sayori? I don't care if you feel selfish. Oh my god, the wrong words again! I'm really happy that you convinced me to join the club. Seeing you every day makes it worthwhile enough. If I make friends with everyone else, then that's just a bonus. But please never underestimate how much I care about you. I wouldn't have it any other way. She's not selfish. Pen? Sayori isn't hugging me back. Despite my arms being wrapped around her, Sayori's arms remain at her sides. She starts sobbing next to my ear. No, don't do this to me. Don't do this. Pen, Sayori barely manages to speak between her sobs. I don't know if I'm doing the right thing, but all I want is for her to know that I care. You're not doing the right thing, buddy. So many times you've fucked up. If you have it in you to call yourself selfish, then you have to let me be selfish too. No matter what it takes, I'll figure out what needs to change. I'll make these feelings go away. And if there's anything you need me to do, then you better tell me. I'll get mad if you don't. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Gently, Sayori finally puts her arms around me in return. I don't know anything. It's all really scary. I don't understand any of my feelings, Pen. The only time I'm not feeling nothing is when I'm feeling pain. Pain is a feeling. It's better than total numbness. Because once you're in total numbness territory, that can be very risky. But you have to be willing to accept that pain is a part of mourning and moving on, rather than pain being torture. You're supposed to hurt and feel sad, but if you're being tortured by that pain and not understanding that you're supposed to feel it, and then you think that that's all that there is, oof, that's not fun. As somebody who's been there, that's not fun. Neither is being numb, but numb keeps you alive, but also makes you do things that hurt other people pretty badly. So, neither of these states are great places to be in. But your hugs are so warm, and that's really scary too. Sayori lets me go. As she does so, I let her go as well. The festival is tomorrow. Yeah. It's gonna be fun, right? Yeah. How would you like for me to spend it all with you? It's what I want. I promise. I think that would be nice then. Yeah. Sayori wipes her eyes. If I could spend the whole day here, I would. You should. Of all the days, it has to be the one where I have other plans. Maybe I should cancel. No, don't. Please don't. If you did that, then I really wouldn't forgive you. But it's almost time for Natsuki to meet me at my house. At the very least, you want to come along and help out? Would be fun. To my surprise, Sayori shakes her head. I'm sorry. I don't know if that would be very good for me today. You understand, right? It's kind of hard for me to fully understand. But I'm trying my hardest. It's okay. Don't worry too much about it. I'll see you tomorrow, okay? Alright. I look forward to it. I say goodbye to Sayori and exit her house. On the way home, I find myself still feeling uneasy. But it's hard for me to keep thinking about it when Natsuki is about to come over too. I think Sayori is right. I shouldn't be worrying too much, and we're definitely going to have a great time tomorrow. Should just focus on what's ahead of me. You're so wrong. my god. That was a lot, and I'm gonna have to take a break after that, because, oh my god. That's definitely brought up some old feelings. I've been there. And I have a funny feeling that I know where this is gonna go, right? Because I know this is gonna be dark. So I have a feeling that Sayori's not gonna make it through this game. I have a feeling that she's either gonna disappear, or she's going to control or delete, or she's going to end up in a psych ward or something, or she's gonna have an even worse mental breakdown, and we're gonna see that. I don't know which of these is gonna happen, but with the way that that's going, there is no positive outcome. There is nothing left good that can come from everything that just happened. All those conversations, they failed on so many levels to help their friend. On every level, they had so many opportunities to help their friend, and oof, if I'd said even part of what this character said, I would be blaming myself for what's about to happen. Because, oh my god, their warning signs for ending everything is at a 20 out of 10. They're waving the flag at you saying, hey, this is over. They shouldn't have left. They shouldn't. There's so many. I'm so mad. There's so many things that they should have done. I know that this is supposed to be a kid, but oh my god, at the very least, if your friend is talking like this, you should be talking to your parents. If they're good people. If they're not good people, talk to their parents. If they're good people. If not them, find somebody that you trust that is good with things like this and isn't nasty to students or kids in general, and message them. You need to be talking to them, not the police, because the police will just lock them up. Probably a good thing to get them to go see a doctor. But with a parent, hopefully, because then they don't get was it 5150? I think that's what it's called. Wait, in America, I don't know what it's called here, but it's where you get committed for a 48-hour hold and checked. Or is it 72? It's something like that, but they don't really help. But there's probably actual helpful facilities they could go to that would be better. Instead of doing the hospital one at the actual hospital. But something should have been done. And that's so upsetting that we're about to see the consequences of ignoring a friend in need. And I've ranted a lot. And I apologize. This is gonna be a bit of a longer video because of how much ranting there was. But this is a very serious topic for me. Please do not let your friends say stuff like that and then think that it's fine because they said they're fine. Because they're not. You have to help them. Because if you don't, and everybody else keeps passing the buck to somebody else will help them, then nobody else is going to help them. As soon as one person speaks up, usually it kicks off a whole community of help. But somebody has to take the first step. Because everybody is waiting for someone else to take the first step. And if it's not you, how do you know it's going to be someone else? You really have to be the one to do it, because you just don't know if it's going to be someone else. A lot of parents will just sit there and think their kids are fine, or gaslight themselves into believing their kids are fine until their kids aren't fine anymore. And they go, oh no, I don't know what happened. They were all so lovely and smiley. No, they weren't, and you know it. You know it. That makes me so upset and mad that she's not being helped on any level. God damn it. Alright, I need to go before I rant and make it a half-an-hour video. So, for now, if you enjoyed this, please subscribe and join the embarrassments, which is what I call my community. And I hope you're having a great day, wherever you're at in your day. And I'll see you in the next video. Bye!